Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dwitch back again with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about performance and kind of what my stores have been looking like. Before that, though, we're going to read this tweet that I seen on Twitter this morning. So it reads, sanity check, has Meta performance absolutely fell through the roof these past couple of days? Mostly US, or is it just me getting some of the worst performance I can remember? A lot of you guys might be in a situation where you can relate to this. It really depends on the product, though. Like, specifically for me, I'm selling in the jewelry niche. Mostly that's where a lot of my ad spend is going. So I'm getting affected very drastically from this. And I'm not one to usually kind of come here and complain and say, oh, Meta's giving me bad performance. This isn't a Meta issue necessarily. This is just an economical issue right now. The tariff situation with Donald Trump is going on. Everybody, honestly, is fearful, whether like you're a little bit fearful, very fearful, whether it's in the stock market, buying stuff. Consumers in general, people are very, very scared right now. And people don't want to buy shit unless they necessarily absolutely have to. So if you're selling like a health product, for the most part, you're probably good, depending on the level of skill you're at. But if you're selling any product that, again, nobody really necessarily needs to purchase right now, then you might be in a situation where your conversion rate is tanking. For me specifically, my conversion rate on my main store is fucked in the last couple of days. On Friday, we were looking very, very good. Like, it was looking like we can push to 2K days plus, but right now the metrics are very, very horrible. And you know, that's something that you can expect when people are in a fearful situation. People don't need to buy jewelry. So in a situation like this, like, there are solutions. For me specifically, the main thing I want to tell you guys, though, is don't panic. You know, don't be in a situation where you shut off your ads. You can decrease budgets if you need to, but don't be in a situation where you're fearful. You say, dropshipping doesn't work, e-commerce doesn't work, let's call it quits. That's not the case. There's going to be solutions where you can, you know, if these tariff things do stick. Now, I do think it's a negotiation tactic. Maybe it's not. Again, I don't know. I'm not in the White House. I don't know what Donald Trump got cooking up. So, again, that's just what I'm thinking, and that's what other people are thinking. But we really, realistically don't know. So, don't panic. Don't turn off your ads. Look at things more in a broader window of time when you're looking at your performance. Me, I'm looking at things on a 7-day window. I did decrease budgets by 20% today on the jewelry store, because that's just because on the 7-day window, performance has been very, very ass comparison to before. But I'm not looking to decrease things very drastically. Only 20% decrease until I hit that threshold of spend where I'm not willing to decrease budgets lower than whatever that ad spend level is. So if that's, you don't want to spend less than $500 a day, then once you hit $500 a day, you're just gonna have to thug it out. Like, that's just what it's gonna have to be. Solutions for you can be, you know, one, making creatives that are targeting a more, you know, how can I put this? I guess an audience that is more evergreen. So jewelry there's always a situation where you can make your, if you're selling jewelry, have a broader angle. For me specifically, I don't really want to touch on the broader angle that I'm working on, but this broader angle is an angle that's not just giftable, and it's an angle that can be, you know, something that you can scale in a situation where people aren't necessarily looking to buy. That's one. Another solution rather, is you can start selling products that are more evergreen. That's kind of why I've made the pivot for the second store to sell things that are more evergreen, is because when you're selling evergreen products, like let's say you're targeting people that have a specific pain, like knee pain. Knee pain is always going to be there. People are always going to have jobs no matter what the economy is looking like. So that's something that somebody is always going to need to purchase if they have knee pain. So selling more evergreen products is a great solution to combat any tariffs, uncertainty, any recessionary fears. Because again, like I just said, if someone has a problem, this is a problem that's going to be around, that has been around since I don't know what I want to call it, since forever, I guess, at this point. So those are like two great solutions to combat, again, any recessionary fears. Something else is targeting different markets, just because a lot of people don't want to sell to the US. Some people don't necessarily want to buy things from China, especially from the US, because of these tariffs. So you might want to be in a situation where you start selling to the UK, Australia, Canada, whatever, just start broadening things out a bit more and not only targeting the US, because again, with dropshipping we have the option to test to different audiences, and yeah, we just have the opportunity to just test different places and just broaden things out on that perspective. So that's kind of what the main solutions I have right now are, and that's kind of what I've just been thinking about upon looking at the performance that I've been seeing across the two stores that I'm running, the jewelry store and the health store. The health store, honestly, the last week has been a lot better. We're still in the testing phase with that, but the last 2 to 3 days has been very, very ass in terms of conversion rate, but we are still getting sales. So that's letting me know, okay, if we can get it to potentially at a scale that it's, you know, spending 1K plus day or doing 100K a month, you know, we should be able to find creatives, find creatives that can sustain that, and two, if we can get to that point, then that's going to give us a good leverage to be able to withstand and combat, you know, a recessionary period. Because like I just said, at the end of the day, if you're selling some shit that, again, is solving a problem that people are always going to have, people are going to have to buy that shit. So that's kind of my game plan. What the hell? That's what I'm kind of thinking in terms of tariffs, you know, recessionary fears or whatever. Again, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case for us. We might bounce back in the next couple of months and we're going to be winning like Donald Trump claims and shit. But yeah, that's kind of just my thoughts right now, what I've been thinking about this morning, last couple of days, and kind of how I've been trying to pivot my specific brands and looking to still scale to 2 mil for the year. Like, that's still the goal. Like, no matter what's going on for the year, no matter how bad the results get, I'm still looking to hit our goals. Like, you can't let shit like that affect your mental. You can't let that affect your relationship with others. And I've been in a situation before where it's gonna be like a mini yap sesh, but you let the poor results in your ecom business kind of rub off on how you act, how you feel, and how you treat others. So let's say you're having a bad day, you might be in a bad mood where you start, you know, just being mad. You're just mad in general. So anyone that talks to you, you just give off that negative energy, and you can't let these results kind of affect how you feel. You have to detach from the results, the numbers, and whatever, and just understand that you can only control your inputs. You can't control the outputs. Like, if you're doing everything you can do in your ability to push results, you're testing, you're finding products, you're actually doing your due diligence to find good products, you're making good creatives, you know, you're putting these tests out and you're testing it, and the shit flops or you're seeing bad performance, it's not necessarily your fault. You can't blame the platforms necessarily, but you have to understand that if you're putting out inputs, again, if the market doesn't want it, the market doesn't fucking want it. And that's where you need to adapt, find solutions, and see where you can improve on what is breaking and what isn't doing well. So again, don't let these shits affect you mentally. I know it's hard. Even me, like yesterday, I was like, I don't know, I was just very, very tight. But I had to tell myself, okay, I can't let how I'm feeling affect my emotions exterior to how I, again, react to other people talking to me, or just, you know, you can't let this shit affect you. Like, I've been in the game for a while now, and yeah, that's like the main piece of advice. Like, otherwise you're gonna drive yourself insane just thinking about just your performance and shit. But it's gonna be the end of this video. Just wanted to tap in with y'all and just tell you guys what I'm seeing in terms of performance with my stores. You know, shit's rough right now, but hold on. Don't turn off your ads. Don't, you know, do anything drastic yet. Just stick tight. Do what you need to do. Work on the controllables, and promise everything's gonna be okay, boys. And yeah, catch y'all in the next video. It's been your boy Dwidge, and peace.